Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, hydrogen. The symbol of hydrogen is capital H, and we write hydrogen gas as H2 because it's a diatomic molecule. Hydrogen is the lightest element. You have also studied that hydrogen it generally exists in combined state, for instance, in water. Okay, the chemical formula of water is H2O. So, the ratio between hydrogen and oxygen atom is 2 is to 1. Hydrogen gas was discovered by what do you call an English chemist. Okay, his name was Henry Cavendish way back in 1766. Then it was Antoine Lavoisier, a French chemist. He named the gas hydrogen, meaning water former. Okay, it makes water. Now, today we are going to give emphasis mostly on how to prepare hydrogen. Hydrogen can be prepared by a number of ways. You're going to study this again in class 9 as well. Hydrogen can be prepared from cold water. Remember, not all metals will react with cold water to liberate hydrogen. It is potassium, sodium, and calcium. These three metals react with cold water to give metal hydroxide and liberate hydrogen gas. To begin with, let's take a look at potassium. Potassium is a very reactive metal. It reacts vigorously with cold water to give you potassium hydroxide, and a colorless gas is evolved, which is hydrogen gas. Similarly, sodium reacts vigorously with cold water to give you sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Whereas calcium, it reacts smoothly with cold water to produce calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So these three metals, not all, only potassium, sodium and calcium react with cold water to give metal hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Now let us take a quick look at from hot water. Metals like magnesium liberate hydrogen from boiling water, but the reaction is slow. That means it's not a vigorous reaction. So when you add magnesium strip, okay, to boiling water, it gives you magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Now, the next method is from steam. Remember, metals like magnesium, aluminium, iron, zinc, etc. It reacts with steam to give you metal oxide and hydrogen gas. For instance, magnesium reacts with steam to give you metal oxide and hydrogen. So magnesium plus water gives you magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas is liberated. Similarly, aluminium when reacted with steam will give you aluminium oxide and hydrogen. Also, zinc reacts with steam to give you zinc oxide and hydrogen. And last one, iron. Metal iron, it reacts reversibly with steam to give you iron 3 oxide. So here you're getting, iron, this is tri-iron tetra oxide. and a colorless gas hydrogen is evolved. So suppose if I ask you, name a metal which reacts reversibly with steam, what is the answer? Metal iron. If I ask you, name two metals that react with steam to liberate hydrogen, then I can name any of these two, either magnesium and aluminium or zinc and iron. Now we move on to how to prepare hydrogen from dilute acids. Maybe dilute hydrochloric acid or maybe dilute sulfuric acid on active metals. Now, for instance, active metals, I'm not talking about very reactive metals like potassium, sodium, etc. So we go for magnesium, aluminium, iron, zinc, etc. These are the active metals, okay? But they are lying above hydrogen in the reactivity series. They react with dilute hydrochloric acid or dilute sulfuric acid to give you salt and hydrogen gas. So let's take a look at the equation. Magnesium, when reacted with dilute hydrochloric acid, gives you magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. Similarly, aluminium, when reacted with dilute sulfuric acid, gives you aluminium sulfate and hydrogen gas. So these are the reactions of between an active metal and any dilute acids. Similarly, metal iron, when reacted with dilute hydrochloric acid, gives you ferrous chloride, or we call it iron 2 chloride plus hydrogen gas. Now, what was the moral of the story? Whenever you react an active metal with any dilute acid, it gives you salt and hydrogen gas. Now the next method is by the action of alkalis on metals. For instance, metals like amphoteric metals, zinc, lead and aluminium. Whenever you react with a strong alkali such as sodium hydroxide solution or potassium hydroxide solution, it always gives you salt and hydrogen gas. So you must remember the reaction is always between an amphoteric metal like zinc, lead or aluminium. Okay, and you got to react with a strong alkali like sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. The products are always salt and hydrogen gas. Now let us take a quick look at the equation. Zinc, when reacted with sodium hydroxide solution, it gives you a salt sodium zincate and a colorless gas is given off, which is hydrogen gas. Similarly, lead, when you react with sodium hydroxide solution, it gives you sodium plumbite and hydrogen gas. Now, let us take a look at aluminium. Aluminium powder, when reacted with potassium hydroxide solution in presence of water, it gives you potassium aluminate. The name of the compound or the salt is what? Potassium aluminate, and a colorless gas is given off, which is hydrogen gas. So we have learned a number of methods or ways to prepare hydrogen. The first one I told you is from cold water. The second one from boiling water. The third one from steam. Then next one was from dilute acids. And finally, we also learned by the action of alkalis on metals. Please revise the lesson thoroughly and learn the equations. Thank you.